NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Resuming the action, and let's go out to hole number 11. Been a steady performance so far early in this first round, but at some point, Frank, they need to take steady to spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rich, and really sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But, yeah, steady becomes boring if it stays on for too long. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here?
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
How'd you like that strike?
It was top of the tree.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's the par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down. 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Impressive, goes to 3 under with that birdie for the tournament. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots, and here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green. Surely not.
Can't hide the flag stick from that man. Now a chance for a birdie. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Its second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, the approach shot here to the par 4 10th. Decent chance for a birdie with a good shot?
It is really all about distance control. There's 4 different sections here at 10, but if you've got the right club in your hand, then you are looking directly at the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Getting set now over the putt. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, you've really got to take advantage of it.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, pitch shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Birdie try up next. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. At the par 4 13th now, this is a hole, Frank, that requires some smart club selection. What are the options here?
Yeah, very sneaky par 4. That bunker on the right is 250 yards or so off the tee. So you've either got a choice to play short of that or sneak it down the end, which is about 300 yards. But if you try and be bold here and miss the fairway, that second shot, evil.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Chance to get it close here. Frank, Arnold Palmer has that unique swing. It's sort of a corkscrew finish, a Tasmanian devil in it. I mean, he goes at it really hard. What's the lesson for all golfers?
Well, the two things that his dad really taught him and instilled into his game was a steady head and a great grip. And they have never, ever left him. And I think that's why he played great golf for so long.
I always love to watch Arnold, too, with the fans at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. He takes his time, works his way through the crowds, and looks everyone in the eye.
Well, the old saying goes, Arnold Palmer's never met a stranger.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Settles in over the putt. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Frank, I like a good par 3 over 200 yards, requiring that one good clean strike. And here's a good case in point, 216 yards, all you want.
Yeah, bunk it at the back, bunk it to the left side, a little collection area to the right. So really, in the end, you've got one choice. That's at your best. Be safely on deck.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years, it has been the scene of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible 8 times.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit, because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course. What a great shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, this is a pretty good par 4, the 8th. What about the approach shot?
Such intimidating second shot here at 8. I think it's the best one on the golf course, Rich. You can see very quickly why the goal is to hit your second shots nice and high and get them to land soft. This is what you have to do with your second at 8. Chance for back-to-back.
Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. What's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker. Oh, that's fine.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Second shot, Frank, now to the par 4 10th.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. A good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not? Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Will settle. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here?
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
It is the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Arnold's summer home is actually in western Pennsylvania, Latrobe Country Club. That's where he grew up. He came to Central Florida in the 1970s and fell in love with this piece of ground. He bought it, and he's grown it ever since, and now it is host to one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour. Big, strong golf course. You have to really be a good ball striker and generally one of the longer hitters to be successful around here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Safely aboard. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
Green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. What a birdie. Time running out. Couldn't come at a better time.
To within 2 shots of the lead. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Well, with a good shot here, Rich, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Getting set now over the putt. Oh, dude, that's an eagle. Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. A little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
Headed for the bunker, I think.
Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way. It's no snack, though. Now putt for par.
Just 5 feet left. Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change in the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so pushes them back to second.
Finishing hole at Bay Hill. Frank, how good is this 18th?
Well, it's good because it makes you scratch your head. If you look at your score, your own personal score, and then fast forward, you've made a big mistake.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there. About 315 yards. Second shot. Good look at the green. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.